Hello, investors and traders, and welcome to this week's episode of Technical Tuesday, where today we're going to be talking about the power of the put option. This is a very brief explanation of what a put can do for you, whether you're an investor or a trader, and especially when it comes to risk management. Before we get started, just want to point out that we have a link in the description box below that will bring you to the characteristics and risks of standardized options. It's more or less an e-booklet that will not only show you the risks, but also explain what an option is with regard to break-even points, max gain, max loss, things like that. It's a very useful tool, and hopefully you'll like what you read there. Now, the basic definition of a put is it's a contract between a buyer and a seller. And as you purchase this put, it gives you the right to sell the stock at a certain price. Now, you get to pick the selling price. Now, before you get all excited about that, you have to understand that these put options do cost money, very similar to like an insurance policy. Obviously, if you want to insure your car or maybe take out life insurance, you have to purchase a policy from your insurance company, and then you give them money and they insure you, or they give you the coverage. And that's pretty much what a put does. It gives you the insurance on your stock, and like a life insurance policy that is more or less a term policy, options also have a term known as an expiration date. So you could buy an option that will give you this coverage for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and even a couple of years. The longer the term that you have, or the longer the time before expiration, obviously the more expensive that option will be, but you still get the same coverage just for a longer period of time. Now, many of you are already familiar with options. You just may not have known that. Remember, an insurance policy is actually a contract between you, the policy holder, and the insurance company, which is writing you the policy. That's a term in insurance called writing. They're issuing the policy for you and giving you that coverage. And so like a life insurance policy, for instance, or an automobile insurance policy, you have the coverage known as the face value, right? The face value is the amount of coverage that you're purchasing for the premium that you pay. Now, this is, again, a very, very brief explanation of what the put option is. Now, to understand what kind of coverage you might get on your stock, for instance, one put option or one option contract represents 100 shares of the stock. So let's say you own 1,000 shares of a particular stock and you want to buy insurance on that position, you would need to buy 10 put contracts to give you the full protection of those 1,000 shares that you own. All right, so remember, most options are going to be in this area where one option equals 100 shares. There are some one-off examples where a particular option is covering 125 shares, but we're not going to go there right now. I'm just giving you the basics, like I said. Now, if you want to purchase a put option, you would go into your trading platform or go to your broker's website, and you have to first get approval by your broker to be able to trade options. They just don't give that privilege away to just anyone. They want to more or less test your knowledge so that they're confident that you're not going to get yourself in any kind of trouble. Now, once you get the option approval by your broker, who is obviously holding your account for you, you would go into that platform or go into that website, and you, on the left-hand side here, you're the investor who will be buying protective puts. Now, I'm just giving you one of the many, many different strategies that you can put on to take advantage of the put option. But please understand that if you're an investor, I'm assuming at this point that you own the stock. So the stock is purchased, obviously, by you, and you have to pay money to the person who's selling you the stock. Okay, so that's the open market concept where you go in, you buy stock, someone will sell you the stock, now you own the stock. But when you own shares in a particular ticker symbol, the risk is to the downside. So step one is you're buying the stock, but step two is you're going to go in there now and you're going to buy insurance on your stock. So you, the put buyer, once again, give money to the seller of that put, which is going to be the trader as more or less the insurance company. You're going to buy the put from them and pay them money for that option. Once step one and step two are complete, you now have a protective put that you have on the books right now. So when you look at the cost basis of a position like this, remember, step one, you're buying the stock and you're paying money for that stock. Remember, you're also paying for the insurance. So if you want to look at the cost basis, you're going to take the cost of that option and add that premium to the underlying cost basis of your stock. Here's what it would look like. All right, let's say you buy the stock at $45 and you buy an insurance policy or equivalent to an insurance policy that's giving you a face value of $40. Now, a put that is giving you face value of $40 is going to cost you a lot less than if you were to pay for the premium for coverage of $45. Understand that the more the face value, I'm explaining it as face value, which in turn is known as the strike price. If you buy $45 strike price, you're going to have to pay a little bit more premium than if you are buying an option that's giving you coverage at $40. Hopefully you get that. Now, this might seem a little confusing at first. It's very basic concepts. And if you're plugged into Stickytrades, and especially if you're one of our members, and you have any questions about this, we also have option courses that we offer through Stickytrades University. And you can also ask questions through our member page, through what's called the knowledge base. So if you have any questions about this, plug in the questions and we'll do our best to help you out there. So what happens is you buy insurance for your stock that you paid $45 for. And if the stock goes to zero, you can at least recoup $40 worth of that share price. Now let's take a look at an example of an actual stock. Let's use UNH. Now here's a chart of UNH. I'm going back in time here to this area right here. Let's say you own the stock when it was trading up at around $600. And you look at the charts and you're following your 7-point trading checklist and you see that, oh, this stock is overbought according to the oscillators. It's way overextended from this moving average. And you notice these signals and you say, wow, this stock is very close to a resistance area up here. And oh, by the way, the volume is dropping on the way up. So you look at your trading checklist and you see nothing but sell signals. So you decide to spend some money and buy insurance on your holding here in United Health Group. And you say, okay, I'm going to go into the option market. I'm going to buy a put that's going to give me coverage for 100 shares of the stock, and the face value of that option or the strike price for that option is $550. Now, you may have bought it at $450, or maybe you bought it at $500. But the point is now it's trading $600. You think it could drop, so you're going to buy insurance. So you spend money for that put option, just like any insurance policy you would buy. And unknowingly to you, the very next day, the stock gaps down and continues to go down. Now, the beautiful thing about that option is that you have an insurance policy in hand that will give you the right to sell the stock at $550, even though it's trading closer to $300 right now. So you could see how valuable that put option was to you. But here's the beautiful thing about option trading. You don't necessarily have to own the stock to buy a put. Now, if that's the case for you, and you just want to speculate on the price of the put going up in value after you bought it, then you could trade options. And that's what we do here at Sticky Trades. We trade in a directional sort of way. There were a couple of trade publications that actually were pointing to the downside on a couple of stocks we were looking at, where our members purchased put options without owning the stock. Now think about this for a second. Let's say that the stock is trading $600 here, and you decide you want to buy a 550 strike price put. You put in to the market, you spend whatever money it costs to buy that put, and then what happens, the stock drops. What do you think the value of this insurance policy will be now? It will be a lot more money than when you first bought it here, because obviously the stock has dropped. Once the stock drops, you could turn around and sell that put for a much higher value than what you purchased it for, and you get a return on investment. Now remember, this is all for educational purposes. This is not a trade recommendation. Just don't go out there and start buying puts knowing just a little bit about options. We are here to help people learn about the option markets, how to trade options, how to manage risk with options, and how to even manage risk when buying or selling a particular option. There are also call options. We're not going to get into that today, but this is just, again, a very short video giving you a very brief explanation about what a put is and how they operate. Again, there's a lot more to learn about options before you just start going out there and trading them. Go back and get that PDF document for characteristics and risks of standardized options. And then you could also plug into our 15-day free membership and plug into our Sticky Trades University to learn more. We're all about educating the public. The more people we can help, the better off they will be. And the more members we bring to Sticky Trades, to our wonderful community of members, the better our membership will be as well as we grow the member base. So that is it for today. Thank you for watching Technical Tuesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Make sure you leave those comments. We love those comments. You're helping us out quite a bit. And I'll catch you on the next Technical Tuesday video. So long.